Hello and welcome to Analytics. My name is Mohammed Suleiman, and in this video, I will be showing you how to clean your data using Excel functions. Okay, how to clean your data using Excel functions. We're going to be covering trim, clean, covering value function, if error, removing duplicates. I'm also going to be using left, mid, and right to manipulate texts. Okay, to manipulate text. So let's get started. Now, let's create a copy, okay, of this data in a new sheet, and let's link it to this sheet. And that's very easy. Okay, so I'll just copy this, highlight, Control C, come to a new sheet. Okay, Control V, paste, Control V to paste. Then I click on this Control key here, on this Control that says paste options, and under other paste options, I'll click paste link. Okay, paste link. What this does is it creates a link between this data and this, between the two sheets. Now, what do I mean? Just hit escape here. Okay, so if names changes to 1, for example, let's hit enter on this first sheet. Okay, when you come here, it changes to 1 also. All right, so I'll just change this back to names. Change this back to names. Right, so that's the essence of the the linking. Okay, I'll just name this. Before I explain again why I have done that, I'll just call this copy. All right, copy. Okay, so I renamed the sheet to copy. Now, on the copy sheet, you'd see that you have formulas, okay, that has affected the link between this sheet and the other sheet. So I can actually, perform my cleaning directly on those texts rather than, creating a new column each time. Okay, so let's get started. So the first thing I want to do is I want to create um, an Excel table. Okay, create an Excel table, convert this into an Excel table. Okay, so to do that, just click anywhere in the data, Control T, ensure my table has headers is selected, hit OK. All right, so it's telling me my headers have some formulas in there. It wants to change it to a static text. I'll click on yes, and I have this. So let's resize. Okay, so I'll just highlight the columns and double click in between any two column labels, and I have my data, resized. Okay, so let's start from the left and we'll move all the way to the right. Okay, now we have names. You can see we have excess spaces, um, in the names. And to take that out, I'll use my trim function. Okay, I'll use my trim function. Now I just simply click on the first value here. Immediately after the equal sign in my formula bar, type trim, okay, hit my tab key, and you see trim asks for just text. So I just simply close the brackets, hit enter. And you can see my name, nice and clean, nice and clean. All right. So if you have printable characters, okay, you can also wrap your clean function around this clean. So this takes out non-printable characters. Open brackets, it's asking for text, everything in there is text, close bracket, hit enter. Right, so that takes out any non-printable characters, from the text. Okay, my address looks good. So I'll move on to amount due. And from amount due, I'll use my value function to convert to value. Okay, to convert to numbers. Okay, and then I'll now use my if error function, to specify that if there's an error, give me a 0, so that this nil that I have here, all the nils that I have here, become 0. So how do I do that? Click on the first value, come to your formula bar, immediately after the equal sign, type value, can see my value function there. Okay, so I'll wrap it around what I have there, hit enter, and you can see I have value error. Okay, so I'll come again just after my equal sign, if error, right? It's my tab key, then it's asking for value. Everything in there is my value. At the end, I type comma. So what do I need? What do I want? If there's an error, I want 0, all right? 0, close bracket, enter. And then you see I have 0 all the places where I had nil. All right, all the places where I had nil. All right, so that is done. Okay, so and again, I can format to accounting. Okay, click on, highlight the values, click home, and click the $sign. Okay, and then you can see you have your zeros, dash. Okay, and then you have values where you want values. So this is just the accounting format. All right. Now you have your date of birth. Now this date of birth, we're going to be using some text manipulation. Okay, within our date function to get the date values for each of these dates. Okay, so I'll just type in here date of birth, hit enter, resize this. Okay, so I'll be typing in the formula to extract values corresponding to my date in here. Okay, so I'm using my date function equal to date. So this returns a number that represents the date in Microsoft Excel date time code. So date, it's my tab key. So I need my year, my month, and my day. So now let's start. My year is on the right hand side of each of these values, and it's the last 4 digits or last 4 characters within this text. So I can use my right to say, right function. Okay, so the right function will extract values or characters from the right of the text. It's my tab key. So what text do you want to extract it from? This, comma, how many characters? 4. And I close brackets. Okay, but remember this is text. This is text, so I need to convert to value. So remember our value function. So this value will precede this and wrap it. Okay, so I have my year, comma. So I need to specify my dates. Okay, so I need to specify my month rather, my month. Okay, so now for my month, it will be the first 3 characters. Okay, if it is, for example, the first three characters is JAN, I want 1. If the first 3 characters is FEB, I want 2. If the first 3 characters is MAR, I want 3, and so on and so forth. So to execute that, I'll be combining my ifs and my lefts. This is how. So I'll say ifs. All right, ifs. So I would introduce my lefts. So I want to say, if the first 3 characters from the left of this text is JAN, give me 1. The first 3 characters of this is FEB, give me 2. That's exactly what I want to do. Okay, so left is asking for text. This is the text. So how many characters are we considering? 3. Okay, close brackets. So if the first 3 characters is equal to JAN, put it in quotes, comma, give me 1. Comma, left again. Okay, that's for the second month. So if this first 3 characters is equal to FEB, don't forget to close your quotes. Give me 2. Left again. If this first 3 characters equal to March MAR, comma, give me 3, comma, left again. This first 3 characters equal to APR for April, right? Give me 4, left again, left, this, comma 3, meaning first three characters, that's equal to May, MAY, comma 5, my left, finally, this, comma 3, meaning first three characters. Okay, if this is equal to JUN for June, give me 6, and that will be all. So I'll close my brackets. So that's my ifs bracket closed. Okay, that's my ifs bracket closed. Okay, and then finally, okay, finally, I need to specify my day. I need to specify day. So I'll put a comma. Okay, I'll put a comma. Now, to specify my day, I'll say, again, I want it to be a value. All right, I want it to be a value. Okay, and notice my day is in between the month and the year. So I'd use my mid function to specify the position, where this is, and then Excel will extract my day for me. How do I do that? Again, because I want everything in the end to be a value, I'll say value. I'll start with my value. So what's the text? What's the text I want? So I'll use my mid, and you can see mid returns the character from the middle of a string, giving a starting position and the length. So my mid will ask me for where I want the text, where I want to start, and the length. Okay. So equal to value, then mid. All right. Hit my tab key. What's the text? This is the text. Okay, this is the text. Then the start number. For the start number, I would use my find function. Find function. Now, this returns the starting position of one text string within another text string. So I'll use this find to look for where I have the space. So it's going to look for the first instance of the space. So where I want to start is immediately after the space. So look for the space, then immediately after the space, take two characters, which will be the number. Okay, so find, all right, find, and it's saying, oh, find what text. I'll introduce my quotes and give a space. So look for space, comma, look for space. Within which text? Within this text. Okay, within that text. All right, look for space within that text. So I'll close this. Okay, I'll close that. All right, close that. Okay, and then plus 1. So I'm adding 1, whatever that gives us, I'll add 1 to it. Whatever the position of this, I'll add 1 to it, meaning it's going to move to the first character of my day. And since my day are all in two characters, okay, 2 characters, I put comma, number of characters, I want 2. Okay, I want to, so I can begin to close my bracket until I get a thick black bracket, right? So that is it. So I'll hit enter. I'll hit enter. Okay, and you can see this gives me my date in Excel date type code. This cell is already formatted to date format. That's why I have my date in here. Okay, but to standardize everything, to give me an actual date, highlight everything, Control 1, highlight this, Control 1, select date, and hit OK. And you can see I have January 15, 1990. That's what I have here. February 26, February. March 7th, 7th of March. April 18th, 18th April. And so on and so forth. All right, and so on and so forth. Now, if you've learned something today, hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on your notifications so that you don't miss out on any new video we upload. Right? Cheers, and catch you in the next video.